the producer who goes into prisons and records music. And so there was obviously a lot of talking, and then the songs would be played. And I thought of you, Sindral, so I was really wondering if you were going to make it through this morning because of the phrasing and the lyrics and the song that played, the last song that I could hear before I got home. And it's probably good that it was the last one because it was so profound that even I'd kind of forgotten about it because I'd, come home and told my family about it and then went to bed. And then sitting in silence this morning, I was thinking, I was just there. And then I had this like thud experience and I thought, what's that? And then I just had these tears flowing down again. And then I realized that's from last night. What was that from? And I went back to this song. So the title of the song is 2 sentences, and that's the entire song's lyrics. And he sings it with different emphasis on the words and and how they follow up with each other. And the sentences are this: I give myself away so that you can use me. And this man's voice, when he sings it, I don't know how he even managed to sing it. It's a substantially long song. It's at least 4 minutes long, I would say. It's his song. He wrote it. He didn't want to sing it. The producer had to persuade him to sing it because he said he wasn't a singer. But the rawness, as you can imagine, of emotion that comes with those words, and then the singing of it, the harmonics of it. I don't know that I've ever heard anything ironically so beautiful and at the same time so unbelievably painful. So I didn't know if I didn't think I would talk about it today, but with humility and realize. And then I didn't quite know why I woke up with redemption this morning. I'd forgotten about last night, about listening to it. And I was thinking about how emotion carries information and how experience carries emotion. And then, because I've been thinking about this so much again, how do you help somebody if they ask for it? how do you facilitate organizing all of that information so that there's not just this cascade, this continual cascade of raw emotion? And what this man did with the music was he gave himself a structure for self-expression. And in doing that, that self-expression didn't, isn't only his now, it's out there for everybody to hear. And if there was ever anything that could demonstrate humility, I think the essence of that, even though those words are so hard, I mean, I struggle even this morning to say them. And when I was driving last night and he started singing it, the melody is so beautiful that I had to start humming it, and then I challenged myself to start singing the words. I found it enormously difficult to do.
And the words were, I give myself away so you can use me.
So that you can use me. This was a prisoner syndrome. It was a music project in that gets done in prisons with this amazing producer and sound engineer. He goes to the highest security prisons where nobody's allowed to go to, right?
Everything's colliding together this morning from the first word that I heard, humility and power.
Mm.
And I'm like, the most powerful people that I've known that moved me were humble.
Yes.
They didn't have to exert power
No.
to have influence. And what that power emanated, because it's so easy to accept what they were putting out, it's love.
Mm.
So I don't I agree that it's not contrary, but when people who force their opinions or force their position, the power of their position, because they don't really have power, they force their power of their position and constrain or rule over people rigidly, where what they're saying has to be accepted, not openly accepted. That's not power. That's
No.
it's ignorance. It's mean. It's not for the expansion of humanity in love. It's not that. So if it's not that, then to me it's like microwave power. But love power, it's there and it's changing things and it's growing things and it's inviting things to continue to unfold and the evolution to continue to explore in places that have not been in cooperation, not in competition. So it's a humility extends an invitation.
For collaboration and connection, right?
Mm-hmm. So my choice word for today, I didn't really have one, but now I do, and it's connection.
Mm.
Morning, Alison. I missed the first half of what you said, but if you could post that song that you were talking about, I would like to listen to it. Thank you.
I will, and I'm not sure that you'll find the song, but I will definitely I'll go and look for the link to the program. I think you would love the program. It is, I mean, this producer is astounding in the breadth of what his talents are. His capacity to hold the gambit of emotions that the prisoners walk around with, obviously not all of them, but the people that come and want to be part of this music project. And how, I mean, the interviewer said to him, what about people on the other side that have, been the victims of these people's acts? And one of the answers that he gave was, but everything has conflictual emotions and in the truth of it, nothing is either just positive or negative. I don't know that he used those words, but that's what came to mind for me. So I think you would really enjoy the program.
Anything recommended by such a beautiful, heartfelt lady, I will watch. So thank you.
Bless you, Ian. I'll write the song down for you.
Good afternoon, Ian.
Morning, Chi. I was looking at your Facebook, Chi. You've got a very beautiful family.
She's not here today.
Oh, I thought that was Chi. I thought that was Chi. Oh, okay. Oh,
It makes me think of my twin brothers.
mm,
They were identical, and they used to trick my gran. Because the only way that she could tell the difference is that one of them had a mole on their cheek. So then they would take my mom's makeup
mm.
thing and put a mole on and have great fun with my gran. Shame.
I talked with Chi earlier today, and he said he listened to the program on YouTube, and he said we do sound a lot alike.
Yes, you do. I'm glad you could recognize it.
Sounds like Chi's voice. I would like to share something. I'm planning on going to see my sister. I haven't been for a while, but I want to reconnect with her. So I'm planning on going to see her, maybe in a month or two. And as she goes to the gym, I'm planning on asking her, can I go? Because I want to see like the place where she does the boxing and stuff. And she's moved area, and there's this girl, that goes to the gym with my sister. It's someone from my past, from my teenage years, that was very, very cruel to me. That was very unkind to me. Anyway, because I'm planning on going to see my sister, I thought I would send her a message on Facebook, to clear the air, in case I see her there. So yeah, I sent her a message, just asking how she was and basically saying all forgiven on my end. And if I see her there, I hope we can be friends. And she messaged back and she apologized for how she treated me. And yeah, I just felt this wave of forgiveness. So yeah, it was really beautiful.
Very powerful, my God.
Hello all.
Hello, Chi. We've just been talking about you, and then Ian shared something that
Yeah,
very powerful.
good to be here.
Good to have you here.
Thank you. Hi, Chi.
Ian, I don't know whether you guys can see the chat, but Jessie started it off with humble power.
Humble power.
Yeah, humble power.
And that's exactly what you demonstrated, Ian, by thinking about how you could change a future moment because it had a past, and a past that you certainly didn't want to have amplified.
Would you like me to read the message I sent her? It says,
Mhm.
Hi, Charlene. What's her name? Charlene. I hope you're well. I wanted to reach out to you as I'm planning on going to visit my sister within the next few months. When I do go and see Kate, I am planning on attending multiple gym sessions with her, which I know you're part of. I also know you're both friends. I wanted to reach out as we haven't had the best relationship in the past. We have even been enemies. I am not the same person I was when I was 16 years old, as I'm sure you're not. I wanted to reach out to you before I attend any gym classes with Kate as a sign of all is forgiven and forgotten on my end. I would like to leave any past animosity or negative feelings we have towards each other in the past. I haven't told Kate about our past history and I don't intend to, as it is the past and we were both children at the time. I hope you find this much as well, and that if and when we see each other again, you can find it in your heart to forgive and forget. Who knows, we could even be friends. I'm sending you an abundance of love, health, and happiness. Take care. And she replied, apologizing, for her behavior when I was a child. So, yeah, it was nice.
By being
You are
present, Ian,
such a powerful creator.
by being so present, Ian, you have avoided a awkward moment in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Nikki.
Good morning. Morning, everyone.
Morning, Nikki.
Morning, Nikki.
Well, that was really beautiful to listen to. Wow.
Mhm.
I was saying, what am I listening to? Wow. Oh, that's a
Morning,
letter.
Nikki.
That's a letter, right? Hmm. You know what I love? I don't know, with having to hear Ian say that, I heard that he was obviously sending this to someone. I think it's just a family member, right? Family member or friend?
Your
A
friend.
past bully.
A past relationship.
A past bully. Someone that used to bully me. We didn't really have a
A
relationship.
past bully. Oh, this
Yeah.
is so interesting. Yeah, that's right. Wow. That's a lot of releasing there, hey? Yeah. I acknowledge that he apologized, and that's wonderful for him, But I think even if he didn't apologize, you did your part in such a way that took so much courage and bravery, and you stood up for yourself. And it's nothing to even say if you're doing it for others, because it's just that apology of realizing that you're sorry that you did it to yourself. Yeah. Because that's where bullies, you give them so much power. I'm just saying in the general perspective of where I'm coming from. And that just shows you how courageous and amazing that you're taking not just the pain, because it was very uncomfortable, because no one knows till you get bullied, because it's a horrible thing to go through in life. And that to me is everything. You just nailed it. You nailed it, hey? Yeah. It's a whole new different level of a perspective of who you are now, who you've always been. Isn't that interesting?
Mhm.
So I salute you on that, because it takes it takes bravery. It takes a lot of bravery. But it's interesting that I had this conversation yesterday with someone. Yeah. And it turned out that this person has been bullied. And the interesting part is that you ask yourself, why is this person bullying me? What is it? Because immediately you reflect on yourself. There must be something, right? Because why not bully the other people? Because there's other people in the school or other people in workplaces or other people, you know, in general, whatever, you know, surroundings you're in, there's always, you know, other people, but it seems to think, why me? Why me? And, you know, that came very obvious to me yesterday, that it's, why not you? I mean, if you think about it, it's horrible to say, it's not easy, but then you realize that when somebody is doing that now, you realize that me, what am I doing to me that is allowing this to project on me? You know, what am I allowing that? What's my part in that? Yeah. You know what I mean? In a confrontation where you wanted to just put somebody in their place and say, listen, you pissed me off now. This is enough now, okay? But then you realize, no, I'm not powerless. I'm very powerful. I'm not weak. I'm a creative spirit. Yeah, conscious creator. Yeah, I'm a creator. Come from that. That's so from that. I think gives a good understanding. So most bullies. Yeah, what's that? No, what did you say? Yeah?
When I sent it, and when we were talking, I just felt the forgiveness, and I felt any karma we had go, like just left off. It was nice.
Yeah. And it's also different stages in your life. When you're in school, like you're in pre-primary or junior or high school, you know, you're in different levels, right? You know, and then when you go into the workplace, you're in a different environment again. There's bullies everywhere. Yeah. I'm dealing with a bully now. You know, the person that I'm talking about is me. I'm being bullied. But then I ask myself, in that perspective of knowing, how do you want to relate to that? And what is it doing to me? Because I can't stop the bully, right? I can only stop me. So I ask that question. What is this doing to me? What am I doing to myself that's allowing that in that perspective? Yeah. So that's one thing. But the second thing I also ask myself, how do I want to be and know that when you have to be around certain people like your family or anybody in general that you have to be with, they're not going to go away, right? They're going to be there. So that's when you really go inside, well, within yourself, and you ask these questions and realize that no, you don't have that power. You know, you don't have that power anymore to take over with your criticism or your judgmental or what you think I'm not measuring up or not worthy or whatever. You know, you look at it and you go, what am I doing to me that's allowing this? And everything changes. Because you know what? Not just that you get your power back, but you get to know again who you are, who you've always been. But because in circumstances of growing up and going through life, you didn't have that. There was not that. So you had to stand for yourself when no one stood for you. But did it change the circumstances? No, you're still getting abused. And that's a hard thing to go through. And that's it. Most people do not know what other people are going through, even that bully, because that bully is going through much more worse things. But it comes across, you know, strong, and it comes across like confident because, yeah, but it's not. It's a scared little boy. It shows you literally, clearly what this person is about, what's its intentions. Mother wounded, very much mother wounded, yeah? Because no one needs to put anyone down if you know who you are. No one needs to be so critical and criticize somebody what they don't even know, they don't even care about. It's just, it's all you. It's a reflection of all you. So that's why no one can harm you anymore. No one can harm you anymore. And through that experience, you have inspired and just by your lifestyle and just by knowing you in this short period of time that I've known you, it's just been the most inspiring thing in my life. In my life. Yeah. And that says something. Yeah. So thank you very much for that share. It's very powerful. Thank you.
And if I do go, when I see her, I'll just give her a hug and say, hi, how are you? You know?
Yeah. And and that's the beautiful soul. And that's what shows you how much growth and how much magnificent you are, because you can have compassion because you know she's hurting. And you can see it by her behavior. So when you come as her worst enemy, because she is her worst enemy, and then gets to have a hug from you, it's like melts everything away, like melts it away. It brings her back to being human again. It brings her back that she's been acknowledged and heard, and she doesn't need, to think that she has to, hurt you. You're not a threat. This is a beautiful thing when you can come to her and she can know that you're not a threat. Believe it or not, people think you're a threat. It's not a threat. But because you're authentic and your authenticity stands very true to your heart, and that you are passionate and you know the pain, you know the pain. Yeah. So this is why you can give love when somebody has hurt you. It's a beautiful thing. There's nothing more of a better example than that. Wow. Yeah.
So the words that came to me with Ian when you spoke about what you'd done was that you know how to carve the pathway for love. And there is no greater force. And I don't mean
God.
force in the traditional way that we use force. I just mean
Yeah.
terms of power.
He's using a lot what Jesse say, humble power.
Mm-hmm.
There's it. Wow, there's it. Isn't that true? Isn't that true?
And I'm thinking about the synchronicity again. You know, Nikki had something happen yesterday that connects to what we're talking about. And I had that program that I was listening to, which brought up a whole bunch of memories for me. And the central theme to it is contained in all the words that we've used today.
Yeah, it's a real thing here. You can't make this up. This is it. I've been selling it for I don't know how long. This is it.
Yeah,
Can't
I just
make it
got
up.
this. I just got this too. None of what we really want can be forced.
Oh, come on now. Is it?
None of it. Yeah.
Oh. Yes. Nothing.
Once it's forced, it gets twisted.
That's right.
Oh, come on. Thank you.
Even
Thank
slightly,
you, Craig.
you know.
Oh, thank you, Craig.
And
Oh,
we can
thank you,
only
Greg.
find what we look for.
And then we what? Sign. What?
Yeah, we only
My-
find. We only
Oh, we
find
only find. Yes.
what we look. It's
Oh,
interesting that, right?
Isn't
Because
that tricky?
yeah,
But when
that's
you're
why
looking
going.
for nothing,
Uh-huh.
people will show you anything.
Oh,
Mhm.
hey, that's a good one.
Opens a
We should be
whole
writing. We should be
treasure
writing this
chest.
down. Treasure chest. Here we go. We should be writing this jewels down. I'm telling you right now, please, please, someone. I mean, I can't. Like someone, just please.
And
Craig,
I want to
Craig.
reflect on
Oh,
Ian,
Craig.
on
Oh, so
on
good.
his humble, powerful heart
Oh,
of forgiveness.
oh.
So I'm just gonna rant a little bit here. Oh, to the
Okay.
bully who beat me up, who made me feel little, who shut me up. Oh, to the bully whose power rammed in my mind, pushed me down in the sand. Oh, to the bully, the pain that I felt, the rejection that I just would simply melt, to disappear, but yet be seen by the bully whose pain was a glaring light
Whose pain
with
was.
darkness. Oh, to the
Sorry.
bully I see on the shore. Now that I'm grown, I still kind of fear a little more, but not the bully, but the strength in me to extend over the waters beyond the sea, to know your soul was really in pain while physically I was drained by your abuse. Oh, to the bully, how small you seem, how much love you never did glean. I wrap you in my arms and give you a place to surrender where your defense can come down, 'cause I understand. So old to the bully that I am the man, the power, the source, the vessel of love that multiplies beyond the numbers of sand. You didn't know that love was real, that it could grow even when we stand in front of each other and just be still. Bully, you can put down that armor, you can put down that fight and extend your arms, and I'll hold you through the night. Oh, to the bully.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Satya. Thank you. Beautiful. I feel you. I hear that. Beautiful. So beautiful. Oh. Mm.
Good morning, Mona. Welcome.
Good morning. How are y'all today?
Hey, Mona. I just also chat in the chat box said, hi, Mona. Hi,
Good day,
Mona.
Mona.
Hey, there she goes. Hi, Mona. Everyone's saying hi to you in the chat box.
Well, thank you. Good morning. Hi,
It's like
everyone.
Yeah, it feels like the days where we used to be in the chat box together. It's so much fun. And Mona's name used to pop up, and I used to light up and go, "Oh, there she is!" And then Mona used to make these little questions, always like, "Yeah, hi, Mona. It's nice to see you."
It's nice to see y'all.
Yeah, man. I posted something of a reminder about 3 weeks ago. You sent maybe 2 years ago, and it came, and I loved it, and I reposted it. A very powerful message that you had, and I also tagged you. So I don't know if you saw it, but yeah, it was very like beautiful, and it really made my day because yeah, that's the day maybe 2 years ago or whatever. Really, like I was just like, wow, that's it, you know. And then I got to have a reminder, and it was beautiful, and it's just lovely. Yeah. Nice to tell you that. Yeah. That's nice.
So all of this speaks to what do we meet the worst of us with? The worst of us inside of ourselves. What do we meet it with? And that will determine so much of how we meet others in society, the best of us and the worst of us. Which goes back to the connections that we either allow, give opportunity for, or block. And we can't all allow the same connections. For better or for worse. But to meet that capacity in yourself is what's important. You might want to go further, and you have to honor it if you can't. And if you can, like Ian could, and you can do that reaching out, then how will you meet a rejection if it were to come? And how will you welcome the opportunity that it provides, as it did with Ian, and amplify that, as he has done by sharing it here today?
That extension, that expression of love and forgiveness, it can be rejected by the very person that you are offering it to. So it has to be, I've done that and it was rejected, and it was like so like defeating. It was almost like I opened up to be punished even more by the insurrection against me. But then as I grew, it was like that was on that person.
Mm,
I opened up and did, extend that olive branch in the most raw, um, unadulterated sincerity, for love and peace. But the resistance was from that person. But I had done all I could do to let them know that I'm open for uh, conversation, reconciliation, understanding, and none of that was even necessary, just for them to know that what I felt was a mutual forgiveness. Um, but they weren't ready, they just weren't there to admit what had happened. And I wasn't trying to say they were right or wrong. It's just where they were at that time in that perspective, to maintain their perspective as a defense to support themselves. But I had done all I could do. So I don't know if anybody's follows the Jewish calendar here, but we
Yom
just
Kippur.
came through, yes, Rosh
Mm.
Hashanah
Yes.
and Yom Kippur, and within that 10-day period, you go through stages of inner reckoning, and you look at yourself, you look at your growth and development and what you can do better toward living the life God's that the Creator has given us, that we have. And you also look at how you are humanity to humanity, and you take that time to have those conversations um and go inward with other people, over issues that have been of disturbance or discourse. And it's a period of reconciliations. And even if you still can't agree, it's the matter of the sisterhood or the brotherhood that is there, so that
Oh, beautiful.
you at least drop the seeds of sowing goodness
Oh,
and
my Lord,
grace.
thank you.
Um, but in those periods where your offering of sincerity is not received, that's where that humility comes in, and you know that you have done it. For those who look to a higher source, you know that you have done it unto the Creator, for what those intentions are from the Creator, for us to all live in love. You have done all you could do for your original purpose of being, and you still can be strong and resilient. But now, what are you becoming resilient in? You're becoming resilient in not defending and keeping things out, but
Come
you're
on.
resilient in what grows up inside of your
Come on.
spirit.
There's it.
So
There's
you
it.
can
Mm.
you can be love, not
Amen.
be loved by somebody else, but you can walk in
Oh,
love.
God Almighty. Thank you.
You
Yes.
can walk
Oh,
in
my
it.
God. Thank you. Yes.
And with that comes grace,
Wow.
right? It's
Amen.
grace.
Oh, my. That's it.
Being a vessel of
Oh,
grace.
those words, these words, with the words, these words that Sadhguru is saying now, to flood your body into this knowing. These words are just words of such incredible power behind it. And to be able to insert it into you, literally into the cells of you, that's who you are. That's who you are. Isn't that just powerful? Yeah, yeah. Even the weak will make you strong. That's
Yes.
it. Even when you are so like, oh, right there, like openly, just coming and saying, here I am again. Here I am again. Huh? Oh, but it's never been, it's always been you. It's always been you. And so this is what's so beautiful about this. That I can flood myself with these words. Yeah. And I can receive it from her because it's divine. You can hear it. It's obvious. It's pure. It's the message. The receiver gets to get it all now and say thank you. But as she has given it, she's also the person that's going to be blessed because she has given it to us, that we are the blessings. That's the power we have. Not this bumble jumble trying to figure it out in our heads. That's the power. The power. That's the core of who you are. And you get to demonstrate it when you've been knocked down, yeah, walked over, left behind even. But no, my dear, you are here. And because you are here, your existence, your worth of knowing that you are here is the most powerful thing. Just your existence, just being here, holding the frequency, huh? Just being here on this call, holding the frequency, huh? Come on, man. This is what, this is the power. This is the power when you get to plug in. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Everything, the tune, the melody, the sound of it, the feel of it. Yeah. Because words can cut you, hey? Words when they criticize, when it's mean, because the person's hurting. And you look at that and you go, why? Wow. That gets written all over your face, thinking that you carry that all day and every day. And then you realize, no, my dear, this has got nothing to do with me. Huh? Everyone goes through certain things in life, yeah? Not asking to get abused, not asking to be, walked over, but there comes a time when people just, you got to be the example, huh? You got to stand very grounded in who you are and rise above and say, I see that pain and hurt. And it's not very, very presenting very nicely because it's like triggered. You triggered, like, whoa, in your face. Yeah. People are very aggressive with their, what they think they want and what you're not giving or what they're feeling, and they just project it. It's nothing personal because when you go within and you go, wait, I'm a creative being here, man. I live in this body, but I can rise above this. You know what I mean? I can see this person's pain. And then sometimes, and then you go like, what is it doing to me? What am I allowing? Because triggers are triggers. We're going to be triggered. We're going to be triggered. But it's how we allow ourselves to react to that trigger.
Which is why we need the silence.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been in silence for a long time, trust me. So when I'm speaking within. I'm not speaking just to be heard. This is something that I'm expressing. Yeah. So thank you, Sadriel. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful. I'll carry these words. I'll definitely carry these words. Yeah.
I was just gonna add, they say hurt people. That's the phrase to say. But I've been hurt, like really hurt in the past, and I've never wanted to hurt people, so I don't really believe that phrase because I've been really hurt, but I've never wanted to go out and like, put someone else down because I was hurt. I think it depends on the person.
Yeah, but I hear that, and I understand that. But what Sadriel has said in this message was divine. I mean, it's got so much there that I'm still processing. So I'm still going to process on that. So yeah, I jumped the gun because it's very profound. This is upgraded. This is upgraded stuff. Yeah, this is not low. Yeah, it's not on the surface. This is on top. This is top, the cream of the top. Yeah. And anyone that wants to eat it, fine, eat it. And anyone that doesn't want to eat it, fine, then go along and work it out for yourself. But for me in my house, I take those words. And those words are going to carry me for a very long time now. In fact, it's my foundation, actually. I built a whole new foundation because of her words. And her poem.
Sindrell,
Yeah.
would
Sandrell.
you be able to repeat what you said? Because I was cooking at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah,
I
it's
wasn't
beautiful.
listening. I wasn't
Yeah.
listening as
Yes.
effectively as I was cooking and
Come
listening,
on. There's
if you
it.
don't mind.
Yes. Yes.
She's on mute at the moment, Ian. Perhaps she can't answer right now.
The lesson is about multitasking, actually. I listened because I was cooking and I was listening at the same time. So just sit down and listen.
Don't worry, she's coming back. She's going to come back in the right time. And it will be perfect for you to receive. Yeah, because it's definitely, yeah.
Yeah, what I heard Sindrell say.
Mm,
So
mm.
since she's muted at the moment, what I
Yes,
heard
yes, please,
Sindrell
Craig.
say is that
Yes.
Those of us who are empaths,
That's right, Craig.
we feel the feelings of other, or we experience the feelings of other people around us.
Oh, yes.
But that also includes their resistance.
I knew you're going to bring it. Yes, man.
Yeah, which is a
Yeah,
really
you
interesting
got
phenomenon, you know.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, the last few years I was coached by an empath because he noticed that I was one. And
for sure.
And basically
It's one to recognize another.
Yeah, the whole gist behind that coaching was coming to realize being able to discern which the things that I were feeling that were actually mine, and the ones that were belonged to somebody else. And so yeah. So that's a big realization for me today, because I noticed some resistance that's been happening around me
awesome.
the last few weeks. And I just came to realize this morning as Sindrell was talking that resistance isn't mine.
Amen.
It's somebody else's. They're creating a problem or creating a scenario. Yeah, and it's their own, like people create their own drama, right?
Oh my God. Yes, Craig.
So, and I wasn't the one creating that drama.
No. Yeah. Beautiful.
But it was made out like it was mine.
Oh, I love this. Oh, I really
and
feel
it's
like
not.
this.
Hallelujah.
And it's not. Hallelujah. It's
I
so
need to hear
powerful.
that.
I'm so oh, she's back. Okay,
There
she's back now. So we will be on mute now because we Ian's requested. Would you kindly read again the second verse of not the the last part?
Yeah,
the last
sorry,
is the
Sindrell,
first and the first is the last. But yeah.
I was cooking while you were saying it, so I didn't hear it properly. If you could kindly repeat it, it would be appreciated.
Yes.
Thank you.
What is the last part of what? I missed it. I had to step away for a sec.
Okay, who's gonna say what that Sandrell understands? Because I'm so excited. I'm like ready to speak again. So I don't know if I can speak, but if it's allowed and I have permission, I would like that Ian said that he was cooking and he got distracted because he was doing multitasking. But now that he's here and he wants to ask if it's okay, if you could just repeat what the last section, not the poem, the second part. We're going for the second part, yeah? That part.
The part of Rosh Hashanah.
Amen. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. Did I get that right, everybody? Let's just let everyone come in agreement because I don't want to. Does that sound right, Ian? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Okay,
right.
cool,
Thank
cool.
you.
That's what he said.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So this is unique because often things flow and I'm not able to recall, but I do recall what I said, that these we have just culminated the days of awe, which is on the Jewish calendar. It's the days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And it's in those 10 days, it's a days of inner reckoning, turning inward. And it's then after you've turned inward and recognized, things in you. And I don't talk, the religion talks kind of in the negative, but I don't support that negative talk. So I say is to reflect on yourself and see those areas where that there's desired growth and opportunity for growth, but have been neglected or thwarted. And you look at those areas where you can, allow the seeds of growth to germinate and grow for the future. You also look at your relationship with God, your creator, and you come to some, communal terms with that, again, for growth and enlightenment and wisdom and gleaning of what you've done with your life and your relationships over time to express those God-given gifts that are in you. And then you turn to humankind, you turn to man and see where those relationships are that you could have nurtured better, but because of whatever time and place, in reflection, you could see you could have done some things better. So you take that opportunity to have those conversations and connections and phone calls. And whether and the desire, the intention is for mutual consolation and growth together and respect for for each other, eye to eye. And even if you don't agree, that you still respect each other for the soul beings that you are and the perspective that each one is in. You don't have to absorb the other person's perspective, but at least now you have the information and you've looked at eye to eye. And then it's, seeking, that inner forgiveness. Now, whether they accept it or not, that you have opened up the pathway for love and reconciliation and consolation and communication. And what you're doing is you're honoring really the self of self and who and what you are as a creative. And it's okay if they don't agree, but you have all that you do, you really do unto the creator for the expression that you are. So I think I've come through the whole line of it. So that just ended on Monday. But the effects of it, it really turns out the foundation of how you go forward by choice.
Mm. Ooh. Ian, did you hear that? My
Yes,
mate,
I did.
my
Thank
friend,
you.
my
It's
fellow man,
humble
my
power.
powerful, powerful friend that's coming next year to New York with me, or either I go to you. Either way, my dear, it's going to happen. Trust me on this one. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Powerful stuff, man. So honored. So appreciate you right now. Appreciate everyone, actually.
I appreciate
So
everything
powerful.
too.
I appreciate everyone right now. Like, oh, so grateful. And I just love how you say self with self, because this is what it is. But
Yeah.
most importantly, I just want to come out with what came out with me again, what came out again with Cedral saying it again. Something came up again that was very new. And I go, well, it's not really new, but it's new to me, baby, because that's the power. That's the power. That's the power.
Is it Bruce Springsteen who sings that song?
I'm
It's the
telling you,
power
it's
of
the power,
love.
Bruce, the power of love, Bruce Springsteen. That's right. Amen to that. Yes, we know our music, yeah, baby. We know our music. But what come up for me with that is that even when someone does not receive your apology, and even when you have made your amends, you still show that you care. How do you like that one? You show that person, I don't have to agree with you, but I can still offer you a glass of water. Yeah. You want a cup of coffee? Do you need something to eat? Huh? Do you need me? Huh? Yeah. Ring the bell now. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Because we've got to wake up now. There's no time for sleeping. Got to wake up, stop the talking. Now it's about putting it into action. Because when you're in that circumstances, believe me, you are with yourself. You are not with the other person. The other person's playing with you. You get to say how you want to play, how you want to interact, how you want to have conversations. Yeah. You take your power back. That's the power, because self-love is what that is. It's setting a boundary. It's just setting kind boundaries. Because you're valuable, you see. Your time is valuable. You are not just precious. You are absolutely valuable. There's only one of you. And that is the truth. And I think we really need to go into that, because when you go into that, you can only find what is good. Yeah. And then you can be good to others. Because that's really what we're all here about, right? We're all here to help each other, but to mainly help ourselves. Because we can't do it alone. So either way, it's a beautiful platform to be in. It's a beautiful, just beautiful. Yeah, it's just beautiful. It's like the Garden of Eden, honestly. To be
It's like
naked, you know? Yeah, let's just get like free and naked. Just be open to exploring. Yeah, it's so interesting. It's wonderful. It's like going into the land of plenty. The possibilities. Oh my God. Yeah, man. Thank you. Wow.
Saying you can lead a horse to water, you can't force it to drink.
You can't, eh? And how much does that take from you? Forcing, like Craig says. Like Craig says, the force, you can't force it. Once you force it, I heard it yesterday too when he said it. You can't force it, because when you force it, it's not ready. It's not ready to give birth. There's a time. There's a time to wait. Wait with the tension. When. So I know what I needed to know. So I'm very grateful. So I will stop now talking and be in silence.
My father, God bless his soul, I knew no other father. He was not my biological father, but when I think of father, it's George. And he would do things around the house, like wake up early every Saturday morning. He would tighten up handles on pots. He would make sure the drain was good in the sink. He might be working on a project or building something, always doing something around the house to make it nice. So my mother was like happy with the way things functioned, so she could function and do the things she did for the family. And I remember him telling me, like, he was I can't remember exactly what he was putting together, but I was helping. And he said, if you have to force it, then if it's meant to go together and you're forcing it, then you're not approaching it the correct way. So sometimes it's just like, you know how you have medicine bottles and you can't get them open. Well, stand back and look at it. Maybe it's the kind where you have to squeeze the side and then turn it. So what his lesson was is, you know, if you're forcing something, step back from it and give yourself a chance to see it from its perspective another way, so that you can cooperate with its structure to get the results that you're looking to get. So like don't force it, just, you know, let it flow.
Guys. Yeah, talking about self-worth, I just saw a sign on this garbage bin here. 12-year-old willing to walk dogs of any size, and then he's putting his availability there, you know, because obviously he's at school. He's available in the evening during weekday, and all day like during the weekend. And it's $1 per minute. I mean, that's a good paycheck if you got a few. But this kid, he knows what he's worth. He put a price tag of what he's worth. And it's interesting to see that because, like, I wouldn't even charge that much.
And he's not apologetic, nor is he shy about it. I'm not mad at him.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's
And
not
for
like he's
some,
doing it quietly, you know, he's putting on garbage bin, you know, for people to see.
and for somebody, that's worth it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, exactly. But if I'm thinking about myself, like I've got 2 dogs, I walk them for about an hour and a half every morning. So it'd be $180 every morning. For an hour and a half.
And that's worth it when someone can make $5,000 in that hour and a half.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it hasn't come in my radar yet, so
Hmm.
so that's why I don't make it.
We will find what we seek.
Yeah.
Much easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
Because what is unseen is the resistance to it.
Yeah. The unknown, right?
Oh, I say that no one's there. I don't think it's unknown. I think we're just unaware.
Mm.
Which could be the same thing. Just
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just like I had the image of like, say, like my dad, you know, my dad say like makes like $5,000 and, you know, every hour or whatever. Then you're like aware of that, right? And it's not unknown for you. But if you don't have anybody around you that makes that kind of money, then it's not really unknown. Like you might know, but like it's not like, yeah, you don't completely see it, right? Like people can be talking about how much they're making, but the reality, are they really making that, right? So.
it's all in the permission we give ourselves.
Yeah.
That's why it's good
Yeah,
to
and
get land plenty and imagine, allow yourself to imagine and feel it. So when you do say offer your service or your time, whatever it is, you put a price on it. And if the person values what the service that they need relative to what else they could be doing, then that's your client.
Mm.
But if not, that's not your market that you serve. We need to know who do we serve.
Mm.
And most of us, what I'm learning is to, to jump that river and one, not answer for people.
Mm.
Tension.
And
That's tension. That's tension.
Come on, Cloudrell, let's go. Bring it. Bring it.
I'm growing my rubber band here.
Come on, girlfriend. Bring it.
You're
stop.
letting
Don't stop.
them you're letting them sit in their tension. You're not letting them out of it.
Or being an empath and creating that tension for myself.
Amen.
Exactly.
Let's go, Sadwell. Let's go. Bring
And
it.
you
Bring
know,
it.
when we shrink our value and worth,
Oh, Jesus, it is.
I'm just getting it. We're actually putting those that we're in the presence of in a small container too. And who are we to limit or contain others?
Ooh.
Why are we doing that? So let's
Ooh,
let the
David.
expansion be the expansion
Ooh, yes.
and trust it. Trust the
Amen.
expansion.
Amen and amen.
We can control making $30 an hour or $10 an hour or $15 an hour or $4 an hour. We can control that
Mm.
in our past images
Mm.
that we probably inherited from somewhere in
Mm.
the news saying the national wage per hour
Oh
is
my gosh.
$11.95. And if you're fortunate, you'll get up to $15 an hour. So
Oh
is
yeah.
that
Let's
our
go.
worth? Is that our worth?
David. Mm.
Especially when a third of that is taken out in taxes. Is that our worth?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
subscribe and shrink to fit into that worth. But really, our souls are like screeching out and saying, oh, you're missing everything of you. We are so much more. And even in giving our services away, we're good Samaritans. We're just, I'll give you 2 hours of consultation, and if it benefits you, heck yeah, it's gonna benefit you. 2 hours of
Yeah.
consultation, you know, just me having the questions that provoke your thinking and giving you time and space to think and honoring that space with you. That's worth unlimited amounts of money. But just for the purpose of exchange, we'll go with 200 an hour or 500 an hour or 2,000 an hour. It's just numbers on paper
Yeah,
that
and it's to
allows.
understand that.
Say that
Yeah,
again.
understand that. Well, it's to understand that everybody has a resistance. It doesn't matter like if you charge like 5,000 or you charge $10 an hour. That is your resistance.
That kid's gonna have a hard
You
time
know?
finding a job when he grows up. If he wants that when he's 12, imagine what he wants when he becomes 18.
I think he should start writing a book now, The Perspective of Me.
Yeah,
Mm.
of self-worth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thanks for reading that and sharing that sign.
Yeah, like it came in my awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Out of everything in my peripheral, this caught my eyes.
Yeah.
Are you worth $1 a minute, maybe $2 or more?
Come on, girlfriend.
If
Is
your
it?
heart had to pay for a beat, would you pay that with a golden star? How can you limit the hour, the time, the breaths that you take and you make?
Come on.
Especially when you share it with another. Multiplication is the implication that makes the make. Oh, how much are you worth an hour? A minute, a second, or more? Can you even put a price on it? It's greater than a golden star. And even a star, could it do what it needs to do if it had to pay for another breath to bring you to the next one too? What would you pay, and what are you worth? You give and you take and you be. So don't limit yourself to the freedom that you love in the power of infinity.
Okay, the light from all stars above has come down right now, filling up my body. Wow. Money is a measurement. It's just a measurement. It just adds value. This you cannot buy. This is what we're talking about. But as it's a currency that we need, we can say, I add the value to your life. And what does it mean? What does your life mean to you? Huh? This is value. This is valuable.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just by being here, I feel like I just hit the jackpot.
Amen, my dear. You part of the treasure chest.
Yeah, any form of measurement defaces value.
There's it. Now we're dropping it. Drop it. Let's go. That's it. Wow. And to remember this, it's the remembering, because it's actually just remembering what you actually are. That you just forgot on the way. Yeah. So it's just a remembering. That's interesting. I've seen you somewhere. I met you somewhere. I don't know, but I know you. Yeah, because you do. Because you do know. Because you do know. That you don't need to know, but you do know. That's it. Comes in different forms and shapes. Never despise how it comes, my dear. It comes unexpectedly, thinking it should come in this way. But when it comes in a whole different way, wow. And you're missing it, just missing it all the time. You're just missing it. When you stop and you pause and you go, thank you. Now I understand. That's all that needed. That's all that's needed. The diamond is sorted. A diamond is sorted. It's sorted. Yeah. Yeah. You're all that and more. Wow, thank you. It's very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Wow, man. No, this is just, wow. This is what I came here for. I know what I came here for. Yeah, I know what I came here for. Right, yeah. And you know what the beauty of this is? As a creator, I created this. Every single one of your beings right here, I created it. I drawed it to me. This is not a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. It's all coming, what you're drawing to you, what's coming to you. It's just a reflection of your growth. The conversations that you're having, the conversations that you're hearing, the information that you're receiving. Oh, my dear, get ready. Because that's the thing. Get ready. Because when it comes, it's going to sweep you off your feet and you're not going to even know what hits you. But you've been preparing all this time. Yeah, you just be preparing. The diamond's the diamond. It's just preparing to come out. Yeah. Yeah. So, wow. The heart of diamonds is in the house. The hearts of diamonds. Wow. It's really, really, really interesting. how much strength you can get from that. From another creator that is you. Wow. Isn't that a gift? Such a gift that we give to each other. Huh? Isn't that beautiful? That we're giving to each other. Yeah. The gifts that maybe you never received before. Yeah. When it was the holidays or whatever, never received that. But boy, all of it is coming with such a biggest gift that you can say, wow, I receive this. I receive it. I receive it all now. I receive it all. Because I can and I will. And you've given me the permission. Not that I needed it, but it's just nice. It's nice. So yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be human. Wow. Thank you.
Divinely human.
My God, just thank you for allowing me to just, wow, that's the power. That's power, man. I love you, people. I love you. I love you. And I hope you can feel me because I really do love you. It's no joke. I don't give my love away, okay? Love the TV. Never lose your sense of humor. That's what I say, you know.
I love you.
I said, oh
I
my
love
God,
you.
it's hit me. It's just hit me now. Boom. I feel it. I feel it. And I'm so honored. You know, I wrote in the chat box because, as you all know, I was chatting in the chat box, right? So that's a very uncomfortable thing that I did now because I don't like to write in the chat box. But it was one of my choices many choices ago that I wanted to write in chat box. Yeah. Follow? And thinking that I was labeled and thinking all these things. I said, isn't it wonderful that I can be in a place where I can express myself with my words and I can write them down? That's a choice that I have always chosen for, being a dyslexic, right? Yeah, right? And here I am. Wow. That I get to really show up who I've always been. Not because I was labeled, because I have always been this. Because of the labels, I had to fight it, unfortunately. But now there's no more fight. There's play. There's play. You have made me want to play like Cinderella. Yeah, Cinderella. That's right. Take your position. Yeah. Put on your slippers. Oh, yes, my dear. Yeah. Was left behind, discarded, rejected, everything. Completely alone. Felt like who could be here with me, yeah, right now? And who was there for her? Was the things that she had at the time where she could play with the mice. She took the mice as a friend, yeah, a rodent. And then she had all the little birds come visiting her. Came in all different forms and shapes, yeah, but it was always there. And as she was sweeping during her labor, she knew as she sang to the animals that was there with her, knowing that would take her through, because she had a song in her heart. And she knew that she was a princess. She knew it was a prince. She knew who she was, even in hard circumstances. But through the hard circumstances, yeah, you come to the other side of it and say, now, I know who I am. And you've given it to me. And profoundly, as God's humor and spirit, needed to know that it had to come from a feminine energy. Wow. Not just a feminine energy, because either Ian is feminine and masculine, Sandrell is feminine and energy and masculine. It's not a gender, it is just what me received to you. And I could relate because as a mother, not because of that, but because it's important, because her example to me has given me to rise above and say, come sit at my table. I have something delicious for you. I can nourish and I can, yeah, thank you. So thank you for nourishing me. Physically, I maybe not be eating your beautiful food that you make, but let me tell you, I am eaten at your table. And that I give thanks. That I thank you. Wow.
What a beautiful love story here, life here. Thank you. All gratitude. How is Brother Hines doing today?
I'm fine. Listening. Listening to whatever. And it's been real big today. That's about my past in a way. Bullies. Bullies are people who just see something in you they don't have themselves. They don't understand themselves, especially when we're children. Children are being programmed from home. You can't be like that. You can't be with people like that. And they forget about their own love. They forget to love themselves because their fathers and mothers tell them, you need to be like that, that, and that. And then they go out and think the world needs to be like that. Misidentifying, misunderstanding, what's it all about?
Well, thank you all. What a great morning.
Yeah, thank you guys.
You
Thank
all have a
you.
Thank
pleasant
you.
Yeah, this was
Thank you,
life
Father.
changing. This was definitely life changing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. I honor everyone's light and love and life. It is precious, and I am thankful that I get to share it with incredible, powerful, creative spirits like you all are. Thank you. From my heart to yours. I love you all very, very much. And just that you know I chose you. I choose you all. Oh, thank you. Thanks for playing in my play game today. I love you guys.
Love you
Bye for
too.
now. It's real love, baby. It's real love. This is what real love is. Let's go. Bye. Bye for now.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
I guess.
Bye, all.
Awesome day,
Beautiful.
everyone.
Yeah.
Bye,
Thank you
all.
for
Be
Yeah.
breakfast.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Okay. Bye, you beautiful creatures.
Bye-bye.